Welcome back. You're watching Markets at Noon. I'm Nanta Rai in New Delhi. Pankaj Podar joining in from Mumbai. Well, as we head into 2019 general elections, the big theme once again is farm loan waivers. It was a big promise of the Congress party, and ahead of the Assembly's election that it has been successful in, there was, of course, a strong anti-incumbency, but the Congress government party did promise farm loan waivers if it was elected in Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh as well as Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh has already come good on it, with Kamal Nath announcing that there would be a farm loan waiver for loans up to 2 lakh rupees. Even Chhattisgarh has come out with certain guidelines, and we're waiting for Rajasthan. But is this a healthy trend? How should the farm loan waivers be actually packaged? And do all the states actually come through on their promises of farm loan waivers? What's going to be the impact on banks, cooperative banks, NBFCs? Let's discuss that and a lot more with D.K Mittal. He's, of course, the former banking secretary. Hi, Mr. Mittal. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us here on ET Now. Farm loan waivers back with a bang. Rolled out in Madhya Pradesh, will be rolled out in Chhattisgarh. Rahul Gandhi made it clear. He tweeted yesterday, 1 down, 2 to go, referring to Rajasthan as well as Chhattisgarh. My first question to you is, North Bloc has never been in favor of farm loan waivers in the last few years. Arun Jaitley has been quite categorical about it. In your experience, do they work? Are they successful?
The farm loan waivers are against the interest of everybody. They do not help the farmers. They do not help the economy, and they do not help even the politicians. So it is unfortunate that the way the farm loan waivers are being announced and done. Perhaps a better wording phrase could be support to farmers. When I form the government, I say I'll support farmers up to this area, this much money. So that does not have the problem of compromising the banking system. The ultimate impact of this is going to be that banks will be much more careful in lending to farmers. If they think that farmers up to a certain amount are not going to pay me back, because they would anticipate a farm loan waiver as and when a new government comes in. So this, I think, is a very bad thing, and this will end only when RBI comes into play and they start rating the credit worthiness of state governments. So when they borrow money, state governments, then the credit worthiness should come out, and the state governments which are bankrupt, their interest rates, their bond rates will go up, touching the sky. So there is no other way to bring the discipline in the state governments when they say that we want to waive all loans up to a certain amount. This is an absolutely absurd idea to do that way. If they want to do again repeat, that should be by way of support to farmers, so that there is no compromise of the banking system. And the farmers will continue to have access to banking systems. So by doing that repeatedly, we are blocking their access to banking systems.
Okay, so you're clearly anti-farm loan waivers. Even Raghuram Rajan, for instance, in the past has talked about how they should be taken off the table. Arun Jaitley is also against farm loan waivers. But the point is that as we enter 2019 general election season, there is a fear that if you're going to have the Congress party and the opposition, the Mahagathbandhan, offering farm loan waivers, can the BJP completely ignore it? That is a real fear that exists today, Mr. Mittal. So I want to ask you also that if not farm loan waivers, then what? What should be on the table?
So the table should be support the farmers. The fact remains that farmers are in bad condition for a number of issues which have not been addressed by the government, today's government or the past government. That is the most regulated. Farm sector is unfortunately the most regulated sector. It is the largest private sector which is heavily loaded, heavily regulated by the government. You can't sell your land, you can't sell your produce, you can't buy this, you can't buy that. So it is so much regulated. And the poor farmer has no choice. And the price of products at the farm gate to the consumer level, maybe as varying as 10 times to 20 times, depending upon the time of the day and the time of the month of the year. So where are we? Why are we not bothered about the price of what is available at the farm gate? That is what needs to be done away with. All regulation need to go. Bring private sector there. That is the best thing to be done to the farmer on a permanent basis. A farm loan waiver is a one-off event. It's not a permanent benefit to the farmer. So we should be looking at the condition of the farmer, which is a correct thing, that farmers are not in good condition. That's a fact. And we should all be concerned. So rather than looking at that issue, we are finding these, shortcuts which are harming the farmer, harming the economy, and harming the country. Nobody is getting benefited except some party coming to power for some time. And what will they do? They will have no money in the budget. A 25,000 crore being doled out by MP government. Where is the money? From where they will get money? I don't know from where they will get money. So the state government of UP today has no money to be spent on anything. Everything is getting starved off. So where is the money available in the budget? So I think it's a very serious issue.
Right, Mr. Mittal, point taken. Just wanted your view on other big story as well. ILNFS and assets over there being sold. ILNFS Securities initially, as per paper reports, have got a big queue from big banks. Do you think a lot of these assets will be able to recover the sort of debt that the company has?
See, the best information I have is they have a gap of something like 35 to 40,000 crores. These assets which are being sold will only recover a part of it. They will still have a gap that may not be at 40,000 crores, maybe 25,000 crores, but the gap is still there. There are a number of assets where the investment is available at maybe 1/10th of the price. So that is the valuation of the asset. So you will have huge losses there. Ultimately, ILF is going to be write down of something like 35 to 40,000 crores. And the interest liability daily on ILFS loans is about 40 crore per day. Let us understand the size of the problem. And it is around 2 months, so we have added something like 1,200 crores. So somebody has to going to take a hit, and all institutions which are lent in different format to ILFS will have to take a hit. There is no choice.
Mr. Mittal, thanks so much for taking